If there's one thing Americans are certainly noticing of late, it's that our government seems less and less concerned with what we think of them. The approval rating for this administration has been horrific on almost every issue, and yet they don't change course. The radical climate agenda still stands. We're not motivating people to pump more oil. The border is still open. And last week, the DOJ committed an assault on a former president that Americans are still trying to process. The coordination between the media and the DOJ has not gone unnoticed. The Washington Post reporting that the FBI was looking for classified documents about our nuclear arsenal. Ooh. Maggie Haberman's documents in the toilet picture in Axios. A lot of people are skeptical of that one. All the media panic and hyperventilation that we have gotten so used to through these last, 6-7 years of Donald Trump. We've seen this show before. We know how this story usually ends, but this time, of course, it's different, they say. And they better pray it is. Because Americans have been steadily losing faith in their government, and this move has been the most damaging yet. On CNN over the weekend, Brian Stelter probably meant this to be an insult, but in reality, he actually nails it here. Take a listen.
Let's call it what it is. MAGA media's hatred of government is reaching a new high when you have a combination of these FBI stories and the IRS getting a lot more funding. This is a new peak in terms of that anti-government sentiment. So it's no wonder that there's concern inside government about security and about threats.
And shouldn't there be? Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. When the government pulls the moves that it does, when it's grossly incompetent and rapidly expanding itself and pulling these kinds of moves, people get mad. And this beast we've created has been exposed yet again, after yet another attempt to destroy Donald Trump, a mission that has cost this country dearly, of course, and is destroying our faith in Uncle Sam. So the Washington Post claims to have sources saying that Trump had confidential nuclear documents inside of his home, right? That's what this is effectively all about. That's what they're trying to pin it on. That's really the crux of the raid. Nuclear documents in his home, material so dangerous it warranted an armed raid of the home of a former president, who's going to run again, by the way. But somehow, it's been there for 18 months, and this somehow explodes into a horrifying threat to national security 3 months before the midterms? It's been there for 18 months? So either the DOJ is horrifically incompetent, or this is a manufactured crisis. You decide. 40 agents go in, they spend 9 hours in there, they got the guns out. But before you start spinning on some radical right-wing white supremacist conspiracy theory, we have a very credible former FBI agent here to remind you that this raid, which actually wasn't even a raid, was totally legit.
It's not that the FBI is targeting any one side or the other. What you see is the FBI going out on a day-in, day-out basis, objectively investigating allegations of law.
It's the best soundbite of the whole weekend. You know you can trust Peter Strzok. You know you can. The man who assured his lover, the FBI lawyer, that there was no way Trump would win in 2016, but just in case, hero Peter Strzok had the insurance policy designed to destroy his presidency if he ever even got close to the White House, which, of course, was what Russiagate was. The fact that MSNBC had the audacity to put him on TV for this story is hilarious. It's hilarious. But most of the media and your government believe this and every other assault on Trump were righteous efforts. They don't care that Peter Strzok was caught working to sabotage Trump during an election based on a fake story. They don't care. It was the right thing to do. That's what we are up against. That's their ideology. You need to understand how they think to process what they're doing right now. And then they have the audacity to scold Americans for losing faith in government. It's amazing. And blame Trump for the destruction of that trust.